Good morning and welcome to Sunday morning Dharma service and mini meditation retreat. So this is a beautiful day, and it's also a very special week for many people who celebrate holidays. So for those of you who do celebrate this week of holidays, we hope you have a lovely, lovely Easter, lovely week of holidays. And we also had, I have to tell you, a special visitor this morning. Ginger and I saw a little bunny. Easter bunny even comes to the Dharma Center. So we had a little bunny come visit this morning. We'll have to check for eggs later or something. But for our Sunday morning service, we will have 2 sessions of sitting meditation. And we will also start with Tai Chi, led by B. And we will have a Dharma sharing by Don Moore. And we'll also have a little special singing by the Kyomonims or chanting by the Kyomonims as well. So let us start our service this morning with an invite B for our little session of Tai Chi.
Okay, good morning. Please stand. Working on the fly here a little bit, but that's okay. Happy day to everyone. Being that this is spring and I'm on the fly, we're gonna act like birds. We're gonna begin simply. Let's start with finding our posture. We're gonna stand up nice and tall. Really root into the floor. Soften the ankles. A slight bend to the knees. Soften the hips. Just let your arms hang. Drop the shoulders. Find your breath. I'm going to start with a posture called Wise Owl. And it doesn't matter which direction you turn your head. If you mirror me or you don't, it doesn't matter. So we're going to first place our hands out so the palms are facing the ground. Now we're going to turn our hands back, and as we do so, we're going to turn our neck. You'll feel a nice big stretch. So opening up the chest, coming back to center, turning the hands back. And again, turning our back to the other side, breathing in, exhaling. Do a number of these on either side. Nice, slow. Feeling the stretch into your fingertips, maybe a little buzzing. Two more on either side. Last one. And come back to center. Just loosen up a little bit. A little hop in you. All right. The next one is fun. This is one of my favorites. It is a Tai Chi posture, but it can also just be a Qigong posture. It's crane spreads wings. And so we will step out with one foot, and the foot we step out with, on the same side, our arm is going to come up to about our temple height, and the opposite arm is going to just come back. So we'll do that. So you'll step out, placing your weight in the back leg, and step back down. Now onto the other side. Remembering to place your weight into the back leg. There really should be no weight in the front leg. Do a few more on each side. One more on each side. Okay, go back to center. So this one's kind of a fun one. It's a little goofy. We'll widen our stance a little bit. It might be easier to place your feet at somewhat of an angle. We will be bending over, so remember to bend with your hips and your knees, not your back. So we're going to begin. We'll hold our Tai Chi ball at our lower dantian. And as we bend down, we'll sweep open. We're not going to be grabbing, we're just going to come up. Open those big wings. It's like we're going to be taking off. When you stand up, you can even stand up onto your toes a little bit. Bring in some balance. Two more. Last one. All right, let's bring our step back in. Let's find that root again. Let's just stand for a moment and just examine from the top of your head all the way down through your body. Just all the feelings, sensations coming through. Finding your breath. Rooting in like a tree. Beautiful. Thank you.
Take a moment to find a comfortable position. Meditation is simple and easy. Sit comfortably. Let go of all expectations and judgments and simply breathe. As you breathe in, allow the breath to fill the lungs and open up your chest and heart. Straighten your back relax your shoulders and arms and allow your hands to rest on your knees. With each breath, surrender and release all your mental and physical tension. And invite your focus to abide in your chi energy field, which is called the dungeon. And this is located in the lower belly, about 2 inches below the belly button. And it is the power center for your breathing. When thoughts arise, simply recognize them as thoughts, and they will disappear by themselves. And remember to keep bringing your focus back to your dungeon breathing center again and again. We are grateful to sit quietly together, finding the still point within. May we be here now, ever alert in our calmness and ever calm in our alertness. You may slowly open your eyes. Take a moment to stretch your fingers and roll your wrists. And take in a deep breath and reach your arms up. Reach for the sky and then release and breathe out. Let's do one more time. Breathing in. Reach a little bit higher. And breathe out. Bring attention to your neck and roll the neck in one direction. And the other way. Place your hands on your knees, and we're going to circle at the waist. One way. And the other way. And you can release your legs. Rubbing your kneecaps. One knee, and especially under the kneecap. The other knee. And take a moment to just massage your legs, your thighs, your calves, ankles. I'm going to circle the ankles in one direction and the other direction. Then we're going to lift up with our arms. Raise your hands up, breathing in, and fold over the legs. Whoops. And breathe in again. One more time, breathing in and fold over. We're going to hold it here for a moment. And gently come back up. You can make yourself comfortable for the next session of sitting meditation. And as we go into our next session, the Kyomunims will chant the Ilwonsang vow in Korean. So I invite you to open up your ears and your hearts and deeply listen as you're guided into your next sitting meditation session.
이룬 상소는 이루는 언어도 단의 입정처의 오유무초의 생사무님바 천지부모동포 법률의 본원이요 제불조사 법무 중생의 성품으로 능히 성유상하고 능히 성무상하여 유상으로 보면 상주불멸로 여여자연하여 무량세계를 전개하였고 무상으로 보면 우주의 성중의 공과 만물의 생로병사와 사생의 심신작용을 따라 육도로 변화를 시켜 혹은 진급으로 혹은 강급으로 혹은 생어해로 혹은 해생어인으로 이와 같이 무량세계를 전개하였나니 우리 어리석은 중생은 이 법신불이론상을 제받아서 심신을 원만하게 수호하는 공부를 하며 또는 사리를 원만하게 하는 공부를 하며 또는 심신을 원만하게 사용하는 공부를 지성으로 하여 진급이 되고 은혜는 입을지언정 강급이 되고 해독은 입지 아니하기로서 이로는 위력을 얻도록까지 서원하고 이로는 죄성에 아파도록까지 서원함.
take a moment to stretch your bodies and look outside at the beautiful trees. And when you're ready, we're going to invite Don to come up for his Dharma sharing. So you may turn your cushions to face the altar. And please bring your palms together to welcome Don, who's giving a talk. And the title of his talk is Sangha.
Good morning. It is wonderful to be with you. Granting where I've come from, to be with you now, to deliver a Dharma talk on Easter Sunday, in stocking feet no less. A little humility is always a good thing. It's more than just a coincidence, it's a privilege. So, Sangha. Throughout my life, at all of the important turning points, through births, deaths, career successes and disruptions, painful emotional growing pains, as Shakespeare put it, the 1,000 natural shocks to which flesh is heir, I have found community to be my emotional, spiritual, and practiced home. Whether more fortunate or less, through a common knowledge that we all suffer, through both grasping the nature of cause and effect and then being at times overwhelmed by it, we, my lifelong friends, accompanied by our various faiths, have held each other up. I make little distinction among faith communities, religious Judeo-Christian communities based in one or another Western canon, or the value of Eastern Buddhist traditions with varying emphases in the varieties of schools and orders, centered in the cherished, ever-evolving practice of Sangha. Before I venture further, I should set out that what I describe here are notes from the journal of a personal pilgrimage. I will rejoice if you find something true in what I present, or ask your forbearance if my reflections bear insufficient resemblance to the teachings of the founding master and his followers, or what you believe you know of the way. Joseph Goldstein, a revered public intellectual of Buddhism, said with elegant simplicity, "The purpose of Buddhism is living well in the world." That understanding implies true knowledge of dukkha, of suffering, or in an alternative but complementary definition, the inevitability of unwanted experience. Hunting along the paths of our one Buddhist treasure map, where does our path, the path of Sangha, lead us? Sangha has an unshakable mooring wherever the streams of Buddhism flow. For 2.5 millennia, Sangha has retained its place as one of the 3 jewels, or the 3 refuges, receiving equal weight with the Dharma and the Buddha. Initially, it did strike me as strange that these 2 brief, timeless phrases describe 2 seemingly opposite characteristics. One of bright, shining gemstones of unparalleled, unquestioned value. One of the embrace of modest spaces of warmth, protection, human proportion, admitting of the uncertainty that is integral to life. Try imagining a place where it's always safe and warm. Come in, she said. I'll give you shelter from the storm. Bob Dylan. The bond between Sangha's yin and yang identities becomes clear when you are ready to see it. Intertwined, they have a magic that may take years to reveal their relationship and our true natures. When my first wife and I decided it was time to reactivate our dormant church fellowships, we chose her Episcopalianism over my Quakerism. I asked her, as we first walked into church, "Why are we doing this?" She answered, "Because someday we may need it." That was 16 years before tragedy ended that beautiful, grounded young woman's life and upended mine, sending me adrift. What provided a lifeline were the hawsers that secured me to my faith communities, to the people who were its muscle and its sinew. The unconventional, ethically attentive training classes of my former avowedly open Christian community, where it is proclaimed to this day, skeptics are welcome, were crucial in preparing me for Won Buddhism. We learned to be vulnerable to one another in the context of functional life challenges, similar to what we embrace in Won Buddhism as the four essentials: developing self-power, the primacy of the wise, the education of others' children, and the veneration of the public-spirited, always with an eye to achieving mindful choice in action. Parenthetically, if you imagine the educating others' children, let alone your own, could be the easiest of the essentials, we should talk afterwards. When after millennia Sangha encountered the Western world, it adopted the neighborhood's distinctly democratic characteristics. Once considered the province of monks, not lay practitioners, pointedly not women, it was transformed to a practice more broadly available to everyone whose path is to find the Dhamma, the Dharma and the Buddha. As Reverend Yu pointed out last summer in his Dharma talk on Sangha, the founding master Sotasan's instruction is simply to attend regular Dharma services. Sangha is only implicit. I searched the founding master's texts for words of Sangha and found curiously that he said very little about it, at least explicitly. But I have come to believe Sangha is central. In the scripture of the founding master, there is this, Chapter 10, Belief and Dedication, number 8. Quote, "Believing in the three jewels also involves the two categories of self-powered belief and other-powered belief. Other-powered belief means literally believing in and worshiping the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha that have actually appeared in the world. Self-powered belief means discovering the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha that are within one's own self-nature and inwardly believing and practicing them. These categories become the foundations for each other. So self-powered and other-powered belief must develop in tandem. However, once one's practice teaches the ultimate state, there will be no boundaries between self and other. And the myriad things in heaven and earth and the Dharma realm of empty space will turn into the three jewels." End of quote. The relationship of self-power and other power as set down by Sotasan strikes me as reflective of the give and take of a skillful friendship, one that admits of discovery, difference, compassion, respect, among the many characteristics of enlightenment in Sangha. Thich Nhat Hanh said this, "A practitioner always needs the support, the nourishment of his or her Sangha." Both venerable Buddhists gave a broad, radical view of Sangha, very much befitting the values of contemporary post-industrial 20th century Western society. Neither suggests that Sangha is restricted to classes. To press the point further, my reading, not to overreach, I will call it a hunch, is that Master Sotasan either intentionally or preternaturally included within the idea of Sangha anyone who pursued a life based on the pursuit of Ilwan Song. Further, I delight in the insight that Buddhism, and Won Buddhism in particular, observes a purposeful resilience in the face of cultural and social change. Elaborating in his Dharma talk, Reverend Yu offered that what is required of Sangha is quote, go to temple. Just to be sure his point was understood, he said he did not mean to a temple as the way to follow Dharma and Buddha. Yet another refinement, another generous view of how to be in community, in Sangha. The second head Dharma master of Won Buddhism, Cardinal Master Chung San, wrote in his Dharma discourses, "You must all work hard to make the world a single household through the great way of Ilwan, which is the grand universal ideology." At the end of his life, Chung San recited this verse, "With one truth in one world, as one family and one household, as one workforce in one workplace, let us build the world of Ilwan." Finally, this. In the immediate aftermath of my first wife's death, a group of friends gathered with me. With the guilt of the survivor with little self-power, I said that I did not deserve their kindness. One friend, the embodiment of other power, came forward with this story. A man carrying an umbrella on a very rainy evening encounters a poor man struggling, soaked and suffering without an umbrella. The man hands his umbrella to the poor man, who responds, "But sir, I don't deserve an umbrella." The other replies, "My friend, everyone deserves an umbrella." Thank you.
Thank you, Don. Thank you for reminding us of the importance and the value of Sangha in our community. And if you would like to celebrate and come join your Sangha and our community, we have Great Enlightenment Day next week. Next week on the 27th, Great Enlightenment Day at 10 a.m. So we will have a talk by Venerable Juksanim, and meditation and Dharma naming ceremony for a few people in here, and community lunch as well is going to be offered. So we hope that you make it here for that day. And if you can, there is RSVP sheet, so we know how many people are coming. So if you can sign up, that would be very helpful. And lastly, one more announcement. Please keep your mind open to this, not mind, but keep your attention open to this. We will have registration opening soon. This is Dharma to Table retreat that's coming up in June. This is a wellness retreat, but we'll also have cooking and some from our chef, Lexa. So she will teach some cooking, but we'll also have some gardening and ways to take your practice into your daily life. So, and also maybe cookbook too available. Just saying. Okay, please open up your, we don't have booklets. That's not gonna happen. So, so we can sing it? Okay, how many you all know? Most people know this song. So we're gonna sing the morning prayer song, and if you know it, please join. Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, I begin anew with your presence. Today, grateful of health and with peace of mind, may I walk
of grace. Today, gratefully and with gentle words, may I live in harmony with all those I meet. Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day with compassion. Today, making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world.
Dear Kyoda members, we'll have our gathering right here in this space starting at 11:25.
Thank you for your practice. We will see you next Sunday. And please enjoy tea on your way out.